Good morning, Enid. It is Thursday, June 23rd. Welcome to our fastest 30 minutes of the morning. This is live TV, and you never know what's going to go on.
Yes.
We are so glad that you're with us. It's already a warm 77, but it's going to be only 99 today. We should celebrate. Well, we're celebrating our 75th show this morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve KEIM.
Hello, and I'm Janice Alfonso. Thank you for joining us on this very exciting episode of Good Morning Enid. So thank you for watching, and it's time to rise and shine.
Thank you, AJ. Good morning, Enid. We appreciate our staff behind the scenes working hard on our 75th show. Janice Alfonso.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah. It's good to have Janice back. It doesn't seem like you. I look over there and go, she's always been here. So it's good to have Janice back. We've got a lot of people coming back today to say some special greetings on our 75th anniversary. Thank you for being with us. 75 shows. Incredible. I have a note, Janice, from the Lieutenant Governor.
Nice.
He was on our show twice, and this is what he said. The Good Morning Enid show is about Enid news, weather, and even sports. Since Enid is my hometown, I was honored to appear on the show that showcases my community. And there you see, thank you, Penn, for putting up the Lieutenant Governor. He also said, I send my congratulations to Good Morning Enid crew for celebrating their 75th show. Way to go, Enid. Way to go. Good Morning, Enid. So that was from our Lieutenant Governor.
That was so sweet of him.
So we appreciate him, and like I said, he was on the show a couple times, and he, of course, you know, wanted to be a part of our celebration today.
So 3 times, technically.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm certainly glad that you're here. And you know, 3-day forecast is important, so let's see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Besides hot.
Well, definitely hot. Definitely looking forward to Saturday. That'll be nice and sunny. But other than that, in the high 90s and 101. So get ready, Enid, for a nice hot weekend.
Yeah, I like that. Get ready, Enid. Yeah. To me, it just seems a little bit early for that.
Yes.
Well, right off the bat, folks, we are celebrating for this 30 minutes, our 75th anniversary, 75th show. Right off the bat, we have a couple former co-hosts. And they're offering their congratulation comments to us right now, and we'll watch that.
Hi, I'm Laura Sheldon. I'm the Engineering Project Manager here at the City of Enid. I've co-hosted the show with Steve KEIM, and if you're not quite awake yet, grab a cup of coffee. Happy 75th show. Good morning, Enid.
Good morning, Enid. My name is Pamela Ballard, and I'm the CEO for United Way of Enid in Northwest Oklahoma. I hope you're enjoying the Thursday morning episode, which is full of news, weather, sports, and all things Enid. I'm wishing you a very happy 75th episode, and I hope that you have 7,500 more episodes, which are just full of wonderful news about everyone and everything that's involved with Enid. Thank you for watching this morning, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you, God bless you, and happy, happy anniversary.
Good morning. At 7:34, Holden Steady is 77 degrees. We appreciate those comments from former co-hosts about their role serving on Good Morning Enid. And as a former co-host, it's good to have Janice back. I always said Janice had the best smile in Garfield County.
Not so early in the morning, though.
We could always count on that smile. And we could also count on the news, and that's with our bow tie guy, Mr. Derek Silas. And it's time now for the Oklahoma Minute.
Following a lightning strike to an on-site transformer, the Lexington prison has remained without power of its 1,450 inmate facility. It has been utilizing 3 generators. Juries choose the death penalty for Oklahoma City man convicted of rapes and murder. Patrice Douglas declined the $250,000 state job offer overseeing tobacco settlement funds. And an Arkansas woman becomes ill while leading teenagers in a reenactment of the westward journey of Mormons to Utah and dies at a Tulsa hospital. And on this day in history, in 1989, Tim Burton's noir spin on the well-known story of the DC Comics hero Batman is released in theaters. Michael Keaton starred in the film as Bruce Wayne, also known as Batman. And that's the Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Stephen. It's Janice.
Batman.
It's okay. So many hosts.
Yeah.
Well, that was very interesting news.
What was his name?
Bow tie?
yeah, bow tie. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, well,
Thanks,
you,
Bo.
Thank you, Derek. That was very informative. And we actually would like to let Enid know that if there's any information, any questions, or even any pictures that you want to send to us of any summer vacations with your Enid gear on, please feel free to email them to gme@enid.org. We'd love to see them and to hear from you. Also, we're looking very forward to hearing all the things that Enid has to offer us with Brooke is Back.
Good morning, Enid. Thank you so much for having me back this morning. I'm glad to be with you again. We've got a lot of things going on this summer at the Central National Bank Center. First, we'll have Kenny Rogers with his Final World Tour, and that's on Friday, July 15th. Tickets are still available, so be sure to purchase those. Back in 1975, Kenny Rogers had his first solo top 20 country hit, Love Lifted Me Up. So you don't want to miss listening to all of his great music on July 15th. And then we'll have Weird Al, who is a comedy music parody artist. So he's going to be really great to have here, add some diversity here in Enid. So we're really excited about that as well. And that's on Sunday, July 17th. Tickets are still available for that as well. We've got a lot of other events coming up. Be sure to visit our website. Our new website is cmbcenter.com. for a full list of all of our events. Thank you, and back to you, Janice and Steve.
Brooke mentioned Kenny Rogers' hit in 1975, and Penn Klein and I were reminiscing this morning of some of his hits from the 60s, because it was Kenny Rogers in the first edition. That was the group.
Wow.
And they had a few songs back then, like Ruby, Don't Take Your Love to Town.
Steve's going down memory lane.
Yeah. Sorry. Well, there's some of us that are still living that remember those things. Okay, a few more co-hosts came back to say happy anniversary to us. And I think we have Ashley and, look at my notes, I guess Raquel, perhaps. So we'll look at that right now.
Hello, I'm Raquel Gramillo. I'm an accounting clerk at the City Clerk's office. During the past 75 shows, I mainly did the What's Going On segment. I also served as co-host and did the interview segment a couple of times. I just wanted to take the time to wish Good Morning Enid a happy 75th anniversary. And thank you for watching Good Morning Enid.
Hello, my name is Ashley Keim, and I'm the Executive Assistant for the Engineering Department for the City of Enid. I hope you're enjoying your Thursday morning. I miss you all, and happy 75th anniversary. Good Morning Enid.
Good morning, Enid. Thank you for staying with us on our 75th anniversary show. Can't believe 75 shows, Janice.
Yes, neither can I. I just remember like it was the other day when it started.
Yeah. So here we are again. 7:39, holding steady with 77 degrees. High today is going to be a hot 99, but it was 101 yesterday, so it's cooled off a little bit. So, yeah. Speaking of memory lane, it's time now for one-on-one with Jamara, and Jamara's got some special guests that she's put together along with Penn's help. Kind of featured some of the guests that we've had on Good Morning Enid during the last 75 shows. So now it's time for one-on-one with Jamara.
Well, it's an honor to be here. Thank you for the invitation. Good morning. Good morning, Enid. Good morning, Mom. Good morning, Dad. Good morning, family. All my family's in Enid. It's great to be here. 25 years ago, last month, I graduated from Enid High.
Oh, wow.
And then when Steve was leading in on the 25th show, the first thing I thought when I think of Enid in 25, Mark Price. That was Mark Price's jersey number. And the Price family did so much with basketball lore in Enid, Oklahoma, from Mark, then his younger brother Matt, youngest brother Brent. That's what I thought of when I thought of the 25th show. So thanks for allowing me to be here today, and it's my honor to be here.
Well, thank you for joining us. And as Steve mentioned, you visit each of the 77 counties in Oklahoma every year. So what are the similar challenges do you see that the cities face across our state?
Well, there are many similar challenges. There's some uniqueness, of course, as well as I go to these different cities and towns. But the reason I do it is for the purpose that you stated in your question. I just don't go to every county every year for the purpose of saying at the end, I went to every county every year. It's purposeful, it's goal-oriented. Everywhere I go, I have a town hall meeting or I meet with business owners or community leaders. I ask two non-rhetorical questions, whether it's a one-on-one meeting or, again, if it's a town hall. First question I ask is, based on your life experience and your business model, what's Oklahoma's greatest impediment to growth? And my follow-up question is, based on your business model and your life experience, what's your advice to me as Lieutenant Governor and small business advocate to address that impediment so we can mitigate it, lower it, lessen the burden, and you can thrive and prosper as a citizen, as a business owner, et cetera, et cetera. So to answer your question, some of the similarities. Infrastructure is a challenge around Oklahoma. We've made great advancement with reinvesting in roads and bridge funding in the last 6 to 7 years, roughly. We've made great strides, but there's so much more to do. This year, when I did the 77 county tour, I did 77 counties in 77 days. So it was very interesting this year because the condensed, now I'm still traveling, I've done about 20 more counties since, but I have that condensed town hall meeting format in 77 days. At the beginning of that, we talked a lot about water and the drought. Well, fast forward to present day, here in June 2015, now we're talking about flooding and excess water. So some of the challenges change too.
We swim at my in-laws' swimming pool just about every day in the summer. It's quieter and there aren't as many people, obviously. And on June 5th, we went swimming for what we thought was going to be about an hour. And my two oldest daughters, their ages 8 and 6, were swimming in the pool, and my 3-year-old had a floaty, a puddle jumper wrapped around her body. She was swimming with them too, and I was on the patio with my mother-in-law and our newborn. And my third, B, we call her B, her name is Britton, but we call her B, she got out of the pool and said she had to go to the bathroom. And so I left my mother-in-law on the patio with the baby, took B inside, and she had an accident, so I got her all cleaned up and sent her back outside to the patio with my mother-in-law and said, go get a new swimsuit and put your floaty back on. And I went back inside to clean up. And I heard the baby start to fuss from inside the house, but I knew my mother-in-law was with them, and my mother-in-law had told B to wait. She said, you wait here for mommy. And then the baby started to fuss. My mother-in-law started taking care of a fussy baby. And I was inside the house for probably about 5 minutes. And as I went to walk outside and I stepped on the patio, I talked to my mother-in-law for a minute. And then over her shoulder, I saw B's bottom bob above the water in just her swimsuit. And so I screamed and ran, and they don't float when they drown above the water. They kind of float under the water, and so she had bobbed up and then gone back under and was completely lifeless. And so I jumped in and I pulled her out, and I was screaming, she's gone, and I screamed for my mother-in-law to call 911. And all of my children are there at that point. The 2 big girls are there, so they're witnessing all of this. And B was gray, and her lips were purple, and her eyes were open, but she was not there. And so I instantly didn't think to do CPR because I just was grieving and scared. And so I just started screaming, what do I do, what do I do? And so my mother said push, and then I remembered that 3 weeks before I had taken a CPR class and gotten certified in CPR. So I laid her on the ground and I started pushing and nothing was happening, and so I did chest compressions, and after the first round of chest compressions she started to seize on me, so she had a seizure, and so I couldn't give her mouth to mouth, and she began to vomit. I did chest compressions again, she began to vomit again. At that point I could hear the sirens, the firemen were there so fast. I could hear them coming, but I knew that I couldn't wait on them. And she vomited multiple times and had multiple seizures. And I picked her up and ran her under the patio because I kind of thought that I didn't think I was going to get her back. And I wanted her to have her head on a soft spot because there was a rug out there. And just as I laid her down, she vomited again, gallons of water, and blinked and moaned. And I turned her to her side, and right then is when first responders stepped on the patio, and she was alive. She was alive. I don't know how, but she was alive.
Now, how many movies have you made?
This is our number 6.
Sometimes I
don't know where I am, so 6 will be fine.
4 of them have won film festivals, so
wow.
we're very blessed with that.
Wonderful. How do you get your ideas for your movies?
Well, I do the writing, I do the directing
a little bit,
and it just
comes to him.
When you travel, there's nothing else up in there.
I get them. See, I produce them, so he goes about 10 pages at a time, brings them in, and then, as they say, we cuss and discuss them to see if we can afford to do it, how hard it will be to find locations and
But I like
people.
Well, it gives the idea when you travel, New Mexico, Colorado, or whatnot, it starts coming to you and say, boy, this area we could do this, or we could do that.
And we change it as we go. His script for 99% of the people are in stone. But for myself, as you can imagine, he lets myself and another character kind of start here, and if we end up back at where we're supposed to be, it's okay. But he kind of lets us add.
Yeah, I learned long ago
that we're not going to stay on a script.
They're going to say what they want to anyway.
We're just going to go with it. And he's kind of ended up writing a lot of comedy scenes, you might say, for us, and so it works out for us. So kind of light-hearted, you know. So, but we're mean. We're tough. We're good guys, but we can shoot in the air and kill 4 or 5 bad guys. It's just terrible. We're good shots, so.
Oh, so it's not all jokes,
Oh,
huh?
no.
Yeah, no.
Very serious.
Have a lot of gun fights, a lot of fist fights.
We got to take care of ridding the world of bad people, so. It's our job in life, you know.
It's a hard job, right?
It is.
Someone
It is
has
terrible.
to do it.
Somebody's got to do it.
It's terrible.
Now, who are your audience and who buys your movies?
Anybody that has money.
That's right. We found a niche that young kids love them because for years, young kids couldn't watch Westerns because the language was so bad. And we also sell a lot to adults that remember their childhood because everybody grew up playing cowboy. And so we found a niche that nobody's doing.
Plus, we do ship them overseas to Japan and England and Germany. So
we ship some.
I don't know if they understand what we're saying, but who cares?
We shipped some as far away as Wacomas last week. So
it was
we get it.
The mileage, the mailing cost was pretty tough to Wacomas, but we did.
But you were able to make it work.
We made it work. We hand delivered it if we had to.
Speaking of tours, going to Vietnam, I mean, we're talking 1967?
67, 68.
68, How did you prepare yourself and your crew to face the challenges of being on a foreign country, facing a hostile environment? I mean, we have internet now. We can look at things. Back then, how would you explain that?
It was a foreign country, and it was a hostile environment. There's no question about that. But how I prepare myself, really, it started early when you had to have discipline. You had to have discipline throughout your life. And it certainly carried over into the training phase of flying. And the discipline through training instilled in you on what it took to become a successful combat pilot. And over in Vietnam, once you became an aircraft commander, all that responsibility was on your shoulder to perform every mission and complete every mission, no matter what the enemy condition or weather. And as long as you kept your men informed, you knew that they would perform magnificently, and they did. And so how we prepared ourselves was as simply because we were prepared. And we knew that we were going to face the enemy, and we had clear motivation to help the men on the ground. No matter what the situation was, we knew we were going to complete the mission somehow. And it was clear motivation right there. And as far as preparing ourselves, it wasn't any more than, guys, let's get this thing cranked up. We got to go. And I let them listen to everything that was going, all the radio traffic that was going on in my headset. They also listened to it all, and they were usually a step ahead of me in preparation. And they knew I'd take care of my end of it, and I knew they would too.
Wonderful. It sounds that you had a great crew.
Every one of them were.
Yes.
They sure were. And we were all volunteers, every one of us. And so we're highly motivated bunch of guys, young guys too. I turned 23 over there, and I had some pilots that were 19, just getting ready to turn 20. Oh yeah.
Wow. Now, what is the message that you want to send out with your book on that note?
I collected my thoughts on the last page of the book, and it took me a week to write the last page. And I wanted everybody to know, you'll think when you read it, you'd think any sophomore in high school could have written this last page, and you're probably correct. But I wanted everything to be done right, and I had all the men that I served with in front of me when I wrote that page. And I wanted everybody to know I was representing them, and every one of us served with honor and dedication to our country. And the last thing I wrote in the book, and I signed my book this way, is that if you ask any of us, we would tell you that we'd do it again. That's how
powerful. Yeah.
Thanks.
Good morning, Enid. It's 7:53. I hope you enjoyed that one-on-one with Jamar going down memory lane.
Yes, it was so nice seeing all those people that Enid has had the privilege to interview.
We have had some great guests, and we just appreciate you joining us for our 75 shows. Well, KRISTA Beasley and SARA DELANGEL are a couple of co-hosts, and it's time to hear from them when they talk about our 75th anniversary. Here we go.
Hi, good morning. My name is SARA DELANGEL, and I am the City of Enid Solid Waste Supervisor. I would like to take the time to say happy 75th anniversary to the Good Morning Enid show. I have enjoyed working with Steve KEIM, co-hosting the show in the past. I have enjoyed the special events, the program, the special guests, the local news that is shared on Thursdays, and I hope that you have enjoyed it as well. I hope that you continue to join us future Thursdays for the Good Morning Enid show, and I thank you for joining us. Happy anniversary. Good Morning Enid.
Hello, I'm KRISTA Beasley, hailing from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I served as a co-host on the Good Morning Enid program in 2015. I hope you're enjoying your Thursday morning show where you can get your news, weather, and hear some great information from local Enid guests. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for sharing your Thursday mornings with Good Morning Enid. And to everyone at the GME studios, I'd like to wish you a happy 75th anniversary. Thank you.
Enid, it is Thursday, June 23rd. It is 99 degrees outside.
99 outside?
I mean,
let's try 77.
77, partly cloudy. Not 99 yet.
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Well, we're very excited to see our next segment with two of our co-hosts. We are looking forward to seeing Kristen Martin and the mayor with what they have to say about Good Morning Enid.
Hi, I'm Kristen Martin. I am the executive assistant to the city manager. I served as co-host for Good Morning Enid. I hope you are enjoying watching this program featuring news, weather, sports, and local Enid guests. Thank you for watching, and happy 75th anniversary Good Morning Enid.
Good morning, Enid. I'm happy to be on the 75th show for Good Morning Enid. I happen to be on the very first Good Morning Enid show, and now we have done 75 weekly shows. I want to thank you for watching Good Morning Enid. I hope you enjoy what you are seeing. It is a very good product, and as always, today is a great day in Enid, Oklahoma.
Thank you, Mayor, and we just appreciate everyone sending their congratulatory remarks to us on our 75th show. And we've also had a great feature to adopt a pet.
Yes.
We've had dogs and cats show up, and here's a quick look at some of our special young ladies that got up early on Thursday morning to bring in some pets to be adopted. Let's look at that right now.
Furry little guest today, and he is a lab mix. Look at how sweet he is. He is very friendly, and Marvel is...
And look at that little guy right there.
Absolutely adorable.
Look at that. Now, this puppy does not need to be in a cage. Now, if you don't adopt him, I'm going to adopt this guy. Can he look this way? Oh, man. 249-4910. Look at that. And you see her on the right of your screen, and that little puppy dog right there. Oh, mercy.
That little puppy dog is Emma, Steve. She is a healer shepherd mix. She is 3 months old.
You know, Steve mentioned behind the scenes that he and Laura looked like Twinkies today, which is the new term for twins, I think. But we've got a pair of precious little Twinkies over here. This is Libby and Cleo, and they need adopted at the Enid Animal Shelter. They are 5 months old lab shepherd mixes.
We have Maggie, and I believe she is 10
Maggie.
weeks old.
Rod Stewart did a song called Maggie May. Oh, Maggie.
So she is still very cute and cuddly.
Look at that face.
Very cute.
How old?
10 weeks old, I do believe.
Oh, look at that thing. Look who arrived today. Sure hope my wife is looking right now.
This is Dallas.
Dallas.
Dallas is a short-haired kitten. He's male, 2 months old, and it's only $30 for his adoption, and that includes the neuter and rabies shot.
Can we get a close, excuse me, there we go. I was gonna say, we gotta look at the eyes on Dallas. Thank you, AJ. Well, it's been a lot of fun this morning, Janice.
Yes,
thanks for being here with us. I appreciate you coming back. Whoa. Dane's brought in our little anniversary cake and kept it all in one piece. It says, Good Morning, Enid.
Cake for breakfast.
We don't want it to slide too much. Something like this. There's enough sugar on there. It's not going to slide anywhere. Anyway, it says, Happy 75. We got to go in a couple seconds. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me back on. I've enjoyed it very much. Thank you.
So we'll have you back next year or something?
Ooh, that would be nice.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. Make it a great day.